What's up, Movie TV Schmoedown fans? I'm back for another Schmoedown reaction. This time it's the main event of the pay-per-view from last week. Mike the Killer Kalinowski versus the amazing Mara Knopic. Third time these two competitors, have competed against one another. First time they met each other was in a tournament. Knopic won. Then they met in a championship match. Mara was a little bit off her game at that point, and she kind of wanted to quit anyway. So Mike won. Now both competitors are dialed in, locked in, hungry for a win. And both of them are just as equally as great in their own field. So yeah, I can't wait to see this. And obviously I will be competing, but as I mentioned in my previous reaction to Janine versus Marisol, you should watch that if you haven't watched this one already. But I'm a little bit out of it at this point. I don't know. Maybe it's just I'm tired. Maybe I'm, my mind's going in all kinds of different directions at the moment. So I might not get as many points as I normally would in a match like this. But I'm gonna try to stay focused, and hopefully I can get myself some nice points in this Inner Geekdom Championship match. As you can see, I'm definitely rooting for Mara to win, but I still have my corruption already right over here, just in case the win goes to Kalinowski, even though I doubt Mara could lose at this point after what she did to He Who Shall Not Be Named in earlier this year. So here we go, Knopic versus Kalinowski 3, here we go! Oh, the Grace.
Hello. See you got my message.
I did get your message. Thank you
Sesame
so much.
seeds?
Thank you on a professional level. Thank you for coming to me first, as you should. I appreciate that. And also thank you for giving me just this very unexpected gift today, because, I always just forget about Roxy. She's just so forgettable. But what a fun surprise that I get to ruin her day today. I didn't even expect that. How fun.
Well, not to rain on your fun a little, but I would like to talk to Jeff and Roxy first before this is announced. I think I've earned that.
Oh no, don't tell me he's leaving.
I'd really love if we could do it today, actually, though.
Yeah, well, I don't think I'm going to. I want to talk to my teammate and manager first. You talk about the sanctity of the game and respecting things. That's the right thing to do.
Sure. And I love that for you. Unfortunately, though, I kind of make the rules and I enforce the rules, and we're going to do it the way that I want to do it because I'm the boss here, so I'd like you to do it right now.
Fine. Hi, everybody. Mark, the Android Andraco here. I have some news, and it's not great news. It's not awful news. It's like most things, a little of both. But first, I have a prepared statement from the commissioner and the president. Thanks to the wonderful commissioner and extraordinary and lovely president, who have done everything they could trying to accommodate me. Okay. There's no easy way to say it, so I'm going to say it just straightforward. I have to withdraw from Schmoedown for likely the remainder of the season. I know that's shocking. I know it's not cool, but there's a lot of stuff going on for me off camera, professionally and personally. All good. I want to qualify that right now. There's no need to worry, but the constraints on my time are such that I can't devote the proper time to Schmoedown. And as you guys know, watching me, I am more engaged and more competitive than I sometimes like to admit. And if I can't play to my fullest, I feel it disrespects the game. I feel it disrespects Roxy. I feel it disrespects Jeff. And it's not the best choice, but in order to not gum up the works and delay the schedule anymore, I'm officially retiring from Schmoedown. It's not forever. And the way things change in the world, it could be sooner rather than later. But once again, for the safety of the Schmoedown and their schedule and not gumming things up, I am choosing now to retire. I love Schmoedown. I love the community that is here. I love what Christian and Mark have created and the gift they've given us with this game. I love my teammates. I love everything about this. But I respect it enough to not be a hindrance. And that's what I feel I would be now. So I will always be a fan of the Stars. I will always be in Jeff's corner. So let's see where we go. It could be an exciting new page, and I'm definitely, this is goodbye, but not forever. I will be back. I can't tell you when for sure, but I will definitely be back. This is not the last you've seen of me. So thank you to everyone. Thank you to Christian and Mark. Thanks to the fans, and I love you guys, and I hope to see you soon.
I mean, I could have done without all the thanking Christian, but was that so hard? Now you're all done.
You know what? You're a monster.
Don't we all know that?
Thank you so much. God, I love those.
Okay, first of all, I hope everything's okay with Mark, but I wonder how much of that was storyline.
And we are
much of
back.
that was
And man, I thought that I couldn't be more shocked at what we just saw with Janine and Marisol, but I have to address the elephant in the room here. Mark and Draco making an announcement that he is stepping back and retiring from the Schmoedown. He wasn't able to tell me this. He wasn't able to tell Snyder this. He wasn't able to tell Roxy. Grace obviously forcing him to do so in that
really hope
interview there, whatever that circus was. But nonetheless, Mark Andraco retiring. Mark, we have an event next week, and here is that said event. If you saw today's match, we're not putting the winner up there yet, just in case you didn't happen to see it, but we already know who Corruption will be playing in a number one contender match. That's set. We know that. We have that. The main event is Shazam versus the Odd Couple. It's for the team's championship. It was supposed to happen. It got pushed back once before, and it looked like that was what Mark Andraco had alluded to before. But so what does this mean? What does this mean for the championship? What does this mean for next week's match? I'm getting note that Grace Hancock is going to make an announcement on the Monday Patreon match. The Wednesday match goes public of what the future is for that particular match.
Okay, well, then that means you and I are just going to be kind of waiting in the wings over the weekend, I guess, because this is news to us today, and I guess it's going to be news how we proceed with that epic matchup next week, 7 days from right now, where we're still licking our wounds from, I guess, hearing this news. And I'll simply say, while we can't really speculate nor have the time to about what could go down next week and all the possible scenarios at work, it's been great having Mark Andraco in the league. Not only is he one of the best competitors to ever live, he's one of the nicest people and a real community glue sort of fella around the movie trivia Schmoedown. So congrats to him on all of his success in his professional endeavors outside of the Schmoedown. Inside the Schmoedown, he may be gone, but he is always welcome and could never be forgotten.
He cares so very much, as he said in his interview, that this is not the end, and I certainly hope that is not the case. He is not only a competitor, he's a friend, he's a close friend, and we speak often. And it was, like I said, the fact that, my opinions on Grace. I don't think it was handled well. I don't think Mark Andraco thought that she handled it well. But nonetheless, Mark Andraco, the android, the former two-time, or I don't even know what to call him. Is he a former? I don't know what's happening. Either way, Mark Andraco is an absolute pleasure. We wish him well and look to hear more. But Grace will have more on this in the upcoming week. Before we move to the main event, we do have another announcement that with the store, the Finstock Exchange. I don't know how they pushed this through, but they were able to do it. They've been making moves inside of the league so far. And now they have their own shirt, Mark, and it is a TKO shirt. It is up on the store at the moment. You can get this shirt. It is more or less how they run their mantra on their attitude and in general. So if you are a fan of the Finstock Exchange, you can go to the Skybound store now and you can get the shirt as it lies today. That is the TKO designed by the Finstock Exchange. Well, now, here we are. All the drama set aside, and we just saw such an incredible undercard between, if you can call it that, between Marisol McKee and Janine the Machine that I'm still don't know if I'm recovering from it. but now we're at the main event. It is something that is now 3 years in the making. It is the third match, the rubber match between Mike the Killer Kalinowski, the former two-time Movie Trivia Schmoedown Inner Geekdom champion of the world, and he goes to get the championship from the reigning two-time Movie Trivia Schmoedown Inner Geekdom champion, the woman that he took the championship off of the first time in 2018, who beat him in the tournament finals, that he was the one who created that thing in the first place. He is Frankenstein, Dr. Frankenstein, if you will, and he's going up against Frankenstein's monster tonight because this is an absolute battle between these two. Mark, I'm so excited to see Kalinowski versus Knopic 3.
Yeah, I mean, you think about the historical context of the match that we just witnessed, and then you think about the gameplay involved with it. Well, look, you say that's a tough act to follow. Who could possibly do it? If I said, well, a burgeoning candle maker is going to be taking on a lollipop enthusiast, you may say, I might be curious. But then when I tell you it is Mara Knopic and it is Mike Kalinowski, and they are having the rubber match, the third time these two have met for it all, and they're going to settle the score once and for all, or at least probably until they'd meet again in another championship, then you might say, now we have your attention. Two of the all-time greats in any Schmoedown division, indeed across the whole league. Few are more beloved, more controversial, and more fun to watch play the Schmoedown than Kalinowski and Knopic.
You are absolutely right, and you mentioned their accomplishments. They are the only two competitors in Inner Geekdom history to both win the championship twice. Mara Knopic has won a Inner Geekdom tournament. Mike Kalinowski has made it to the finals of a tournament twice. They have Mike Kalinowski has a total of 4 championships if you include his team's championship, right? Mara Knopic is 6-1 in the division. Mike Kalinowski is the first Inner Geekdom player to ever get 10 victories inside of the Inner Geekdom. There's so many accomplishments between these two. Should Mara Knopic win tonight, she will be the only female champion to ever defend an individual championship, and she will be one of 3, I believe, Inner Geekdom champions. So she will be the 4th Inner Geekdom champion to defend it at least one time. Mike Kalinowski is trying to become the first ever 3-time Inner Geekdom champion. So much on the line. Dungeon needs it, Corruption needs it, and we need this promo to show how we got here right now.
Oh yes, the promo. Please play the promo properly, Christian. Please. Thank you.
Hello, Mara. I'm just taking a stroll down memory lane.
Mike Kalinowski is facing off against Jared Haben, and also Coy Jandrew is facing off against the amazing Mara Knopic, a newcomer in the Schmoedown League.
You're one of those people that don't get stuff and you don't thank him for it,
And
huh?
fun fact,
You keep on
Coy
winning?
was the first one
I'm gonna keep
to
on
recruit
winning.
her last season.
We'll see where that takes.
I've known Mike Kalinowski for a long time. I don't know this version of Mike Kalinowski. When you see what has happened so far, what he has done in the last couple of weeks, I mean, he's on a warpath.
I don't care. I'm not doing costumes of this anymore. I'm here to win. That's what I'm going to do, Jen. I've made the Schmoedown better. There would be no Mara without me creating this tournament.
Mike is like a speed bump and Adam is like a pothole. I think I'd rather go over the speed bump because, I can do it slow and steady.
She held up her end of the bargain, as did I. I created a monster and I've got to face her because I'm a man of my word.
With 4 wins, they could be playing Jason Justice Inman for that championship. 5.
Is it Laurel and Hardy?
4.
And your winner!
Are you shitting me?
Brandy Buck.
And your winner! Inner Geekdom champion of the world!
You and I, spectacular, for that belt.
Can we just seriously just cop the...
And your winner!
I'm so glad that the fans care about this. I really do. But I have, at the expense of my health, worked way too hard at this. So I'm just going to take a step back. So that's how I feel about it.
And then I got the belt from her, but it wasn't earned. It wasn't earned in the fans' eyes. So I had to go back and win it again from Rachel. And then I lost it to Smets. There was a lot of soul searching over this past 6 months before the IG tournament. I found my love of IG again with my faction. Yeah, I'm not going anywhere. I've proven I can hang with the best. I've proven I'm one of the best in this league at IG. You know, I ran this tournament on my side of the bracket. I went down to my 5 chance. I'm here to stay. I'm not going anywhere.
I would like to use my title shot to play Chandru. I beat Rachel Cushing, I beat Mike on our first match, and I beat Jason Inman. So if anybody thinks I can't do it, they have another thing coming.
And your winner, once again, the amazing Mara Knopic! Gone 2 years and does exactly what she did to Jason Inman. She becomes the second Inner Geekdom player to ever win the title twice. Now she ties it up with Kalinowski and beats the unbeatable Chandru the Chosen. This is an incredible moment.
There's a new era in the Schmoedown. We're starting off the 2021 season on the right foot. And I'm telling you, this woman lives up to her name. She is the Brown Dwarf Star. She is a legend killer. That's what she does.
Seven wins, 6 wins now. I don't know your wins, but I do know your losses. 1.
What better way to have me defend a title if to see if I can do it against one of the absolute greatest of all time Inner Geekdom players? I mean, that's where you prove your worth. So I would love to see that happen.
Hello, Michael.
Michael.
Here we are again. 2 of us.
It's you versus Kalinowski. It's gigantic. This is.
I think it's going to be one of the biggest Inner Geekdom matches of all time.
And oh boy, have we been waiting for this one for a long, long time, haven't we, folks?
I am back, baby. Anyone that ever doubt me, I'm not sitting around. They need me in IG, and that's where I'm going to rack up points for this damn team and get that damn belt back where it belongs in my faction and get us back up to the top.
Now the world already knows what happened the last time the dungeon and corruption collided for the IG title. Mara Knopic is looking to close the book on this trilogy once and for all.
Our Inner Geekdom careers have been connected since day 1 for me. But we aren't the same competitors that we were back then.
About that.
Mara's either not focused on IG at all, or she's just using that computer brain of hers to log facts, and she came to play. I cannot wait. Are you kidding me?
The 2 titans of the game, the only 2-time Inner Geekdom champions.
I know firsthand the passion and the dedication and the commitment that he brings to this division. Call me biased if you want, but it's unparalleled.
I'll be a 7-1 defending champion. I am calling my shot.
I think it's going to be the rubber match of all time, though.
Because at the end of it, I want them to announce me as the very first 3-time Inner Geekdom champion of the world.
Is he gonna call her by her real name, or is he gonna get it wrong?
Now sign me up. I'm ready to go. I mean, you look how much history is there. You look at everything that they've gone through, and Mara said it too, that they've been linked since day 1. So much history between the 2 of them, and it's crazy that they haven't played in almost 3 years. The last time Mike Kalinowski has been in a title match was when he lost the title to Kevin Smets at Spectacular 4. So this is the first title match he's been in. Mara comes back after a 2-year absence, wins the championship from Chandru. So this is there's so much to pack in here, partner. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, Shannon and Kaiser never short on words or verbal jabs for each other, as well as Mike and Mara, your 2 competitors here today. And so you watch that promo, Christian, and you just get reminded about the championship level that these 2 have consistently competed at for years. You combine their hardware, it's even more than Los Angeles Municipal Rec League champion Mark Ellis's career, which is pretty impressive.
It is impressive. You're an impressive individual. Thank you for the pretzels. All right, so I will ask you this because I'm ready. Are you ready to get going?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown. 5 rounds for the Inner Geekdom Championship of the World. Introducing first, the challenger, representing Corruption, with a record of 10 wins, 6 defeats, and 3 knockouts. He is the former 2-time Movie Trivia Schmoedown Teams Champion and the former 2-time Movie Trivia Schmoedown Inner Geekdom Champion of the World, Mike the Killer Kalinowski. Mike the Killer Kalinowski back in the title picture here and playing against Mara Knopic. Does it almost feel like time travel here, Mike, that you're now you're back in 2018 going for that championship against Mara?
You know, when people say that
you're
getting ready to die, but then you get reborn because your whole life flashes before your eyes. That's what I felt like there, seeing my whole almost Inner Geekdom life flash before my eyes there. And as I get reinvigorated, as I come back like a phoenix from the ashes. I was trying to make a metaphor there. I don't know if it works or not, but you got the point. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Awesome. You kidding me? Come on now, man. Anytime I can see myself up on the big screen, it's always a good day.
Yeah, it's the caterpillar, then it turns into a bird and it flies. So, Mike, here's the question for you, though, about your mindset today, because like you saw in that promo and like you just intimated, you had been in this position so many times. It seems like every other week you were either competing for or defending a belt. Hasn't happened in just a minute. And so does it feel new, or because you're once again in a championship match, do you feel like you're home?
Great question, Mark. I've always said that IG is my home. That's where it felt most at home. I'm loving the new slices. I'm loving the new questions that are being put in there when I watch other matches. I'm loving what we're getting there, and Patrick and the team are putting forward. I feel like it's kind of reinvigorated IG, and I feel like, it's like a warm blanket. After a nice day, when I come home and I want to take a snoozle, I just take the IG. It's like a warm blanket, and I just put it all over me, and it just makes me feel so good. So that's what I'm feeling right now. Right. I can't think of a better time to be in IG right now than where we are right now at this match with this person.
All right, so Mike, before we bring the champion in here, too, you are trying to become the first ever 3-time Movie Trivia Schmoedown Inner Geekdom. I am. And so any thoughts on the progression? Because Mara had been missing for 2 years in the division. She comes back, and you had said many times on different shows she didn't look like she missed a beat. So does that motivate you more to play someone like that, or does it how does it feel?
I had 2 questions this season. I wanted to find out how many times Kaiser changes his underwear, and I found that answer out, and I was disappointed with that one. And the other was, how was Mara going to play when she came back? That was the big conundrum. It was the riddle, if you will. And she did what she did. It was incredible. Everyone saw it, what she did. There were a lot of question marks that match. She took care of the wet weasel for me. I didn't have to sully my hands, as I've said many times with that. It was phenomenal the way she came back. She's got that photographic memory of hers. It served her well. She followed up with the new game. She's got David Copperfield and everyone in her corner now backing her up with studying whatnot. She came to play, and that's why me. Like you said before, I've been here a lot of the times in the championship matches. I love to play the best. That's what I love to do because it makes me play better. Mara's one of the best. Makes me play better. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how the chips fall today.
All right. Well, good luck to you, Mike. And
thank you, boys.
Moment. And his opponent, representing the Dungeon, with a record of 6 wins, 1 defeat, and 2 knockouts. She is the 2018 Inner Geekdom Tournament winner and the reigning, defending, undisputed 2-time Movie Trivia Schmoedown, Inner Geekdom, Champion of the World, the amazing Mara Knopic!
Wow, you know, every
she's
girl
wearing
wants
the
their whole
dungeon
life to be
hoodie.
called Frankenstein's monster. Thank you for that.
Fair enough, but you got where I was going with it, and the fact that you came into this league where, you know, Mike had made that tournament. Mike said, I'm going to just open up the field to where he thought he had the advantage and that he would take it, he would win, and in comes this unknown rookie, and not only wins the first match, wins the second, wins the third, but beats him in the finals. You said it in your promo, Mar. You guys are linked and have been linked. So do you think that this was almost like kind of poetic and you knew that it was coming?
I think.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he and I are probably the two people that have made the most history in Inner Geekdom, and it's just fun to do this dance. I intend on
there's the
continuing to make
Enterprise
even
on the
more
top
history
there.
and be a
The
female
DeLorean on the
defending
other
IG
side.
champion tonight.
And you've had
Gandalf
that
right
belt
next to
for a little while now. So we've seen how various champions treat the belt. It seems to have evolved over time where it's almost another person to have around the house. Any special things you do with the belt? Does it reside in a certain spot? Any luck with the belt, or do you not risk chance when it comes to the belt?
It sleeps in the bed with me. It showers with me. I wipe it with a fine chamois. Very delicate.
I want to know if
one thing I will say,
Dan's
you
belt and Mara's
one thing that I
belt
don't think anybody can
also
take
have
away
their
is
own
you
separate
have
beds.
said something and you accomplished it.
do
You
they-
said that you
all
wanted
four
to
of
make
them
sure that
sleep
you
in the
came back
same
because you
bed
wanted that new
with the
belt because you had
cats?
had that big heavy belt beforehand. You got the new belt. You called your shot and you said that you were going to be the defending champion and go 7-1. Where does the confidence come from? And again, like, you're calling your shot here tonight that you will defend the belt?
I have been so honored to be this league's Brown Dwarf star. But tonight, I want to give the fans what they want. I want to do this for myself and my faction, and I want to turn into the superstar that Mike Kalinowski called me back in 2018.
All right. Well, thank you to the champion. And now we bring the challenger back. All right. So our contestants have entered the virtual battlefield. Mark, what are the rules? Round number one.
The rules of round number one in this championship 5-round match are thus. Round number one is like a normal round one in any Inner Geekdom matchup because there's 10 questions from 10 different corners of Schmoedown Inner Geekdom know-how. Each question is worth 1 point. There is no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing in round number one. We'll ask the question. You have 15 seconds to write down your best attempt at an answer. Once we ask you by name or nickname, please show what you wrote to your camera. At the same time, you verbalize your attempt into the microphone. Remind each competitor of your 3 usages of the JTE rule throughout the duration of the match. If you're not sure you heard a question right, you want to buy yourself some more time, use a JTE rule. You also each have 1 challenge that may be utilized at any point throughout the 5 rounds. We'll bring managers in. We will all delineate and deliberate to our heart's content, and it will ultimately be your manager that confirms and ratifies that said challenge is taking place, like we saw not 1 match ago there, Christian. And just one rule for the announcers. When it comes to pronouncing stuff in Inner Geekdom, Christian, let's just do the best we can.
We'll spell it. All right. So we asked the champion, are you ready?
I am ready.
We asked the challenger, are you ready?
Me ready.
I'm ready.
And let's get ready to Schmoedown. Round number one. Question number one. We're going to start with fantasy sci-fi.
So badly.
Name one of the 2 actors to voice Reapy Sheep in the Chronicles of Narnia franchise. Just one, please.
Just one of the 2 is fine. This is a pretty good laugh that you and I had back in the Schmoes No Day.
Watched it today, to
I
be
wasn't even
honest
made aware
with
that the Narnia movies are even
5,
in
4,
Inner Geekdom this season.
3,
No, I must
2.
have missed that.
So young.
Hands down, hands up, please. We start with Mara.
Eddie Izzard.
Yes, and Mike.
Got the other guy, Simon Pegg.
That's correct. Both correct. And now we get to question 2.
Correct and very on brand for Mara and Mike. And your next question is in the world of swashbuckling adventure. And it is, which film in the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise features the line, you know the feeling you get when standing in a high place, the sudden urge to jump? I don't have it.
Mark, you broke up a little bit. Can you read that again, please?
I certainly will. Category is swashbuckling adventure. Which film in the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise features the line, "You know the feeling you get when standing in a high place, the sudden urge to jump? I don't have it."
This is also
How'd that go?
That was good.
That go better, Christian?
Much better, so much better. And the fact, they've played in a tournament setting, they have played in spectacular, and now they play in digital. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, hands up, please. And we start with Mike.
At World's End.
Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest?
Is not. And Mara?
Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides.
That's correct. Mara goes up by 1. And here is question 3. We're going to go Alien and Predator.
I was going to say something stupid.
Who plays Will Traeger, a government agent and director of the Stargazer project in The Predator? But right now, Knopic
the new one?
scores first here as she gets 2-1, 1 point lead.
I just love that we have Alien and Predator questions. It makes me happy.
5,
Oh, man.
4. You would get none of them right. 3,
I knew I shouldn't
2,
have
1.
quoted it.
Pens down, hands up, please. And we start this time with Mara.
I know that.
Sterling K. Brown.
Yes, and Mike.
Sterling K. Brown.
That's right. All right. So right now, Mara
hour,
keeps her
I'm
1
sorry.
point lead. It's 3-2 going into question 4.
That's right. And if you're keeping score at home, Christian and I have yet to get a correct answer. Your next category, Jurassic Park movies. And the query for a point, which film in the franchise features appearances from B.D. Wong, Jeff Goldblum, and Toby Jones?
And these additions of the new categories, work that these competitors put in to watch these movies, study the new ones, so much new stuff.
And our question writers love it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, hands up, please. And this time we start with Mike.
Toby Jones with those teeth of his, they were in the Fallen Kingdom movie.
That's right. And Mara.
Why did I write Fallen Empire?
Yes. All right.
Did I get the title right that time, Christian?
That time you got it right.
Okay, making sure.
Don't blame me. Your brain wasn't working on the other one. Here's the next one. Here's the question.
My brain is really not.
Batman.
Finally, a question I
Which
knew.
Batman film features the line, "Why is there always someone who brings eggs and tomatoes to a speech?" Feel like
Could
that.
apply to a comedy club as well. What? Oh, no. Did I step on your joke?
You did.
Do it again.
No, you did it already.
Go.
No.
Oh, we had the same joke?
Mad at you. Yes, 5.
I'm
4,
aware that my head
3.
is just
You're just
not
a little
in the
rusty.
right place right now.
1.
Oh, repeat the question.
Okay, here is the first
I'm
one.
so tired right now.
Excuse me.
it's really
Which Batman
affecting
film
my
features the line, "Why is there always someone who brings eggs and
Because there's
tomatoes
questions
to
I
a
know the
speech?"
answers to, but
Mara
I just
Knopic using 1
Can't
for
focus
3
on it.
JTE rules.
I'm not saying anything. 4 is yours?
No, I can't. I got to do math now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Hands up, please. And we start here with
Good thing I'm
Mara.
not really actually playing right now.
Lego Batman movie?
Is incorrect.
Batman Returns.
And Mike?
Batman Returns.
Yes, Mike ties up the game here, and it's now 4-4 as we get into the next question. Knopic and Kalinowski tied at 4.
Back knotted up, and your next category is TMNT, which I'm told in my ear stands for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Your question, who voices Max Winters, a businessman who is really the immortal warlord Yaddle, who desires to be mortal again in 2007's TMNT, the spelling YAOTL, not the Yaddle from Star Wars.
Please, someone ask for a repeat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, hands up, please. And we start with Mike Kalinowski.
Patrick Stewart.
Yes, Mara.
Sir Lord Patrick Stewart.
And we now have a score of 5-5. 5-5 as we get to our next question. This is question 7, and we're going to go to Star Trek. In which Star Trek film does Spock say the line, "We will do what we we will do what we have always done, Jim. We will find hope in the impossible." I'll read that again. "We will do what we have always done, Jim. We will find hope in the impossible."
It's so technical, and we just want to make sure the competitors hear the question accurately. Is the goal here.
Any stumble or anything too, just to set anything off, got to make sure it's accurate. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, hands up, Mike. And we start here with Mara.
Star Trek 4, The Voyage
Search for
Home.
Spock.
That is incorrect. Mike?
It's weird. I mean, my spelling sucks. Is Beyond?
Beyond is correct. Beyond is
Beyond.
We got you.
That's it.
We got
That's
you.
it.
Yeah, we got you. Star Trek Beyond.
Sorry, Mara. Sorry, I would have
Vulcan.
spelled it better. I'm sorry. It was-
That was fine. That's
Okay.
fine.
You got up by 1. Mike is up by 1. It is 6-5, and now we get to our next question. Mark, it is question 8.
Yes, and it is in the category of mixed bag. So let's reach our hand in there, see what comes out for a point. In Red Sonja, who plays Kalidor, the Lord of Hyrcania?
That's
Getting the easy ones today.
Pretty competitive position. You know, it's pretty tough to follow in the handwriting footsteps of Marisol McKee and Janine the Machine.
Crazy. 5, 4, 3,
There's a lot of
2,
handwriting in
1.
this match going to be.
Pens down, hands up, and Mike Kalinowski.
Come on, do it. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That is correct. And Mara.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
They both get it correct here.
Did
And
you spell it right too? Holy crap!
Yeah, sorry.
and it is 7-6. Mike with a 1-point lead. 1-point lead as we get to question 9.
9.
It is dystopian future and time travel. In Back to the Future, what is the name of Marty McFly's band? And you know, Brad Gilmore right now is very happy that question was asked.
Yeah, this might be up there with one of my favorite questions I've ever heard.
Even if I wasn't
5,
in
4,
this current state
3,
of mind, I have no
2,
idea.
1. Pens down, hands up, and we start with Mara.
The Pinheads.
Yes, and Mike.
The Pinheads.
Yes.
Cool.
So, Mike, can I see the board?
Yeah, I mean,
You had
Pinheads.
Pineheads. You wrote the Pineheads.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah, I know.
There goes that lead down
You
the
wrote the
drain.
Pineheads.
Yep. Okay. Fair enough.
So that's the different. If Shannon, you challenging?
There's no point in challenging right now.
All right, that's not a header. All right, yeah.
And
what's
I don't want this to be a thing, guys. But I mean,
If you don't want it to be a thing, I'm not going to do it. But it's one extra vowel in there doesn't really change anything. What do you want to do?
let's not. I don't want to do it. It's not worth. No, it's
a misspelling, just
I
like
know.
Rowdy and Roddy. It's a misspelling. It's not a total. It's not a different band. It's a fictional band. It's not a real band.
Though. I don't think it counts.
Okay, we'll give you all 30 more seconds to talk it out.
babe,
here,
I
and
don't
then we're
want
gonna
this.
need
I don't
it.
want this match to go down that way.
It's your call.
I knew it was the Pinheads. We did that in a speed round in practice. I just my own. I didn't think so. You know, let's not do it.
Do you feel like there's going to be another opportunity to? Do you want to save a challenge? Do you want to go for it? Worst that's going to happen is we lose it.
No, let's keep playing.
Okay.
My fault.
All right. So here we go. So we're going to now go
my
back.
fault.
It is 7-7. Knopic 7. Kalinowski 7.
Have to admire
And we get to the
in the situation.
next question here, Mark. This is question 10. This is the final question in this round.
All right, and it is in the world of comic book movies, which a lot of these questions come from. Here we go. Chris Evans plays Jensen, and Idris Elba plays Roke in what 2010 comic book-based film?
All right. So every little thing, obviously,
This is how
counting here
great
in the
the
inner
questions
detail.
are in the match
We've
like
gone
this.
back and
when you have
forth.
two
Mara
of
had a
the
brief
best
lead.
who ever played
Kalinowski
the
had a brief
game,
lead. We're back to
and they're not going
5,
on perfect in round
4,
one. This is how
3,
tough the questions
2,
are in this
1.
in this match.
Hands down, hands up, please. And we start here with Mike Kalinowski.
The losers.
The losers.
Yes, and Mara.
Which one of these people are going to be?
We're all tied up at the end of round number 1. It is 8-8. What a match it is so far. Exactly what we thought it was going to be, Mark. And now we get to round number 2. What are the rules of round number 2?
I love doing the rules because it's a great test of my internet connection. Let me know if I'm coming through okay with this incredible maple syrup voice. As I say, it's the wheel round, the wheel of fate, doom, and justice. Each competitor gets a spin at the wheel. Once you settle on a realm, you'll have 5 questions. And that particular world of Schmoedown Inner Geekdom goodness. Each question's worth 2 points. There is no penalty for missing a question. However, stealing. Yep, it's available in round number 2. So if you're not sure of the answer, you can ask us for multiple choice. We're nice fellas, at least early in the game. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct answer. At that point, the value of the question drops to 1. Keep in mind, JTE rules challenge is still on the table here. So, Christian, it is 8-8, which means we defer to the belted one. That would be Mara Knopic. Mara, the choice is yours. Would you like to spin the wheel first or defer to your opponent?
I would like to let the gentleman go first.
All right. Thank you to Mara. We're going to drop Mara out and bring in Shannon. All right. 60 seconds, Shannon, starting now.
All right, here we go. This is study session. We're carrying over that energy from last night. Round 1 is done. It's in the rearview mirror. I don't care about it. You don't care about it either.
Nope.
All that matters was in front of us from here on out, okay?
Correct.
You're in the zone. We're in our session. We got everyone here. If Jacob London was sitting here, he'd go, well done, on a beautiful first round. So let's get that wheel up. We know what we're hoping for, but I know that you can do anything that's on there.
Yeah, I'm feeling great. I think the challenge was the way to go. Yeah, I wrote the wrong thing. I knew it. My knowledge is there. The knowledge is there. Won't make a stupid mistake. And in tough, it won't happen in a 5 or a 3 where I need the points.
So round 2, so it's even better.
There we go. We got it out.
No more stupid mistakes. Let's go.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you. And here is the wheel. And here's the first spin by Mike Kalinowski. And of course, the champion has decided not to put opponents and spinners. That is her choice she gets to make before the match. Every champion does. And here's the spin, and it's going to land on DC. DC.
Okay. So, babe, we talked about this as far as I mean, I know this is the bread and butter. I don't think you should. We know how deep this is going to go. We know that they're going to put stuff in here to intentionally make this as difficult as possible because you are the king of DC. That being said, you are the king of DC. And there's nothing they're going to ask you that you're just not going to know that you won't be able to get through and figure out. Right. Do you want to keep it? Or do you want to go for something a little bit more, specific? What's in your heart right now? What does your gut tell you to do?
My gut's telling me stay.
Stay. Then you're staying. Let's do it.
I mean,
maybe that was a little fate coming in, going, "Hey, you played fair and you didn't do the challenge, and we're going to give you this."
All right.
Maybe that was fate stepping in there at that time. So let's trust our gut, and we'll go with fate on this one.
And you trust your gut. Max points, no steals.
You know that.
Do your thing, baby.
Thank you.
All right. Keeping DC. All right. We're going to now bring back Mara Knopic is back. Mike is going to get 5 questions in the realm of DC. All right. Mike, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. In the Lego Batman movie, while checking his mail, the computer tells him that he has received the week's penny saver, 2 bills, and coupon. From which store?
Multiple choice.
That's a wrong 2 questions.
A, IKEA. B, Target. C, Bed Bath & Beyond. D, Albertsons.
Bed Bath & Beyond.
C, Bed Bath & Beyond?
Yes, for 1 point.
I remember that part. Not,
Question 2.
I needed multiple choice.
Which actress plays the character Sophie Dumont in Joker?
Zazie Beetz.
It's correct. For 2 points. And here is question 3. In Shazam, after stopping the woman from being mugged, what does Freddy tell her that Billy's superhero name is, calling him the hero to the people?
Captain Sparklefingers. Of course Mara's writing it down. She knows the answer.
And 5, 4, 3, 2.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Red Cyclone, B, Thundercrack, C, Captain Sparklefingers, D, Powerboy?
I remember that part of the movie.
C, Captain Sparklefingers?
Captain Sparklefingers.
Incorrect. Mara for the steal. In Shazam, after stopping the woman from being mugged, what does Freddy tell her that Billy's superhero name is, calling him the hero to the people? Is it A, Red Cyclone, B, Thundercrack, C, Captain Sparklefingers, D, Powerboy?
Thundercrack.
It is correct for a 1 point steal.
Really?
All right, Mike, question 3. Excuse me, question 4.
No.
Who plays the character of Dinah Lance in the films Birds of Prey?
Journey Smollett Bell.
Journey Smollett Bell.
Journey Smollett Bell is correct. All right. So, and now Mike, your final question.
You didn't say Thundercrack in that moment.
Here is
I
the
said
question.
Captain Sparkle Fingers.
Which DC film begins with the line, "It all started on the day that I died"?
DC film. It all started on the day that I died.
5, 4, 3.
Jonah Hex?
Catwoman.
It's correct for 2 more points. Mike Kalinowski gets himself 15 to 9, and now the champion will have the opportunity to spin. So we're going to drop Mike out. We're going to bring in
As soon as
Kaiser.
this match is over, I'm going to look up this.
All right, Kaiser, 60 seconds. Sorry, Nick.
Well,
Well,
Mara, I didn't come here today to talk smack about corruption. I mean, they pretty much embarrass themselves every day when they get out of bed, so I don't really want to pile on them. I came here to talk about you, Mara. You are a champion. You have courage, you have tenacity, and that will lead you in every battle in life, and that's going to lead you in this battle today.
Where's my phone?
Don't forget that. You're a champion. You earn the right to be here because of hard work and love of the game.
I know.
And don't for after you win this game, after you win this match, the next generation of Schmoedown competitors, they're all going to be training to be Mara Knopic. Let's have fun and let's control the tempo of this game. You had a beautiful steal out there. You got 2 JTEs left. Let's spin that wheel. Good things are coming our way, sis.
All right. So here is the wheel, and we are going to spin it here. Obviously, if it hits DC, Mara can spin again, but here it is.
And Christian, I've never seen Kaiser look better.
I'm here to win, Mark.
Transformers. That's category, Mara. 60 seconds to decide if you want to keep it.
I know we made a list, and I know where this stands on the list, Kaiser. It's so weird that I can't see you. What are you thinking, bro?
See me? Am I not?
You can't see Kaiser.
Oh, there
okay.
he is.
Why is my camera out?
Oh, there you are. Okay. What's
Okay,
up?
Mara, here we go. Let's focus in. All right, let's take a breath here. Let's take our time here. Let's get zen. Let's quiet down. Let's use the clock. Let's use every second that's given to us. Let's not jump the gun here. I like this category personally. How do you feel about it?
I like robots in disguise.
I don't like robots in disguise. I don't like robots. Look, we all saw Judgment Day, but the point is this. I like this category. I think we should stick with it.
10 seconds.
All of the references in there were wrong, but yes, I think we're going to keep Transformers.
Is it Judgment Night? Judgment Night?
Oh my God.
No, that's Amelia West of those.
Drop Kaiser out to thank everybody. And now we're going to bring Mike back. All right, Mark. So Mara Knopic now will have an opportunity to start getting some points here with the category of Transformers.
Correct. And it is a test of the competitors' knowledge. They will not be penalized for their lack of managerial knowledge. Transformers is the category, Mara. And your first question for 2 points, unless you need multiple choice. In which film of the franchise does character actor Mitch Pileggi appear as the TRF group leader?
Transformers: The Last Night.
Is correct for 2 points.
All right, so Mara Knopic now within 4 as she gets her second question.
Now we move on to question 2. In Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, in Sam Witwicky's college dorm, there is a vending machine of what soda?
Mountain Dew? Because that's Michael Bay's favorite thing.
I'm going to go to multiple choice.
All right, your 4 options for a point. Is it A, Coca-Cola, B, Sprite, C, Mountain Dew, or D, Fanta?
Yeah, I think Michael Bay likes to put Mountain Dew in his movies. Especially the Transformers. I think he actually
Mountain Dew.
A Transformer.
Sammy does the do
Turn
for a
into a
point, Christian. And
Mountain Dew
now we
vending
progress
machine at one
to
point.
question number 3. Coincidentally, it is a 3-point ball game. Kalinowski still with the lead. Mara can cut it to 1 here. Which Academy Award-winning actress plays Charlotte Meering, the Director of National Intelligence in Transformers: Dark of the Moon?
Setting some new records this year, Frances McDormand.
A wonderful actress she is. And now we progress to your penultimate question in the world of Transformers that could possibly give you the lead over Mike. Here it is. Which Transformers film ends with the quote, "I am Optimus Prime and this message is to my creators. Leave planet Earth alone because I'm coming for you"?
Transformers: Age of Extinction.
And that made me nervous just reading that quote. That is correct. Kalinowski now trails Knopic by 1, and Mara still has her final question in the world of Transformers. Here it is. In what year does the movie The Transformers the Movie take place?
Oh.
I'm going to go to multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options for a point.
That's a really
Is it A, 2000, B, 2005, C, 2015, or D, 2025?
I think at that point they were ambitious enough.
2025.
2000.
That is incorrect. So for a possible 1-point steal, and to tie the ball game here, Mike, I'm going to repeat the question in the options. In what year does the movie The Transformers the Movie take place? Is it A, 2000, B, 2005, C, 2015, or D, 2025?
I'm going to say 2000.
They say trust your gut. Is it C, 2015?
Answer we're looking for is 2005. The 80s future was fun. Christian, 2005 is the answer. Neither competitor gets it, and so now Knopic retains a 1-point lead going into round 3.
What a fight it is already. 16-15. 1 point separates them as they head into the third round. It is the betting round. Mark, how's it go?
The betting round works as thus. It is the betting round for a reason because we get to go to Prim, Nevada and place a wager on the category. Mara Knopic has the honor of spinning the virtual wheel once more. Whatever category that spin settles on, one question will be asked to the field of competition. But before that question is asked, competitors are going to wager a series of points. You may wager as many as 3 of your points on your knowledge of this category. You may wager as little as 0. If you get the question correct, you gain that many points. But if you miss the ensuing question, you lose that many points. So, Mara, whenever you are ready, that wheel is going to pop up and you can just think really hard and go ahead and give it a spin.
All right, here is the spin.
I wonder if Christian Harloff knew that Transformers question.
I would have gotten there. And it's DC again. DC. All right. So with DC on the table here, we are now going to drop out Mike and bring in Kaiser.
My track record is.
You have 30 seconds to talk about your code.
I'm going for 1.
Starting now.
And Kaiser, your camera is once again wonky if there's a button you can hit.
It's on for me. I can see him. It's weird.
All right.
But
I can try. If you can hold 1 second before you start the clock, I'll try and go through my other camera.
All right. Well, this will be fun for everyone at home watching. There he is.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Try that.
I only see half Kaiser.
Perfect.
Oh, there he is.
Sorry about that. All right, Mara. Here we go. Look, you played beautifully in round 2. I'm proud of you. You ran that category. What we got in front of us here is DC. So I'm going to let you open up the deliberations.
Is Mara muted?
She muted? You muted, Mara?
Yeah, she's muted.
Yeah, I am. Thank you for that.
Okay, now we're muted. Where you at?
It's a good category for him, but he stumbled in round 2. So I'm thinking that we should play this smart. We have a lead. We should keep a lead. So I'm thinking maybe banana or soap.
Well, I'd say soap all day.
4, 3, 2.
Your choice, Mara.
1. All right. So we're going to drop the dungeon out, and we're going to bring back corruption.
It couldn't be even more further apart.
Hey, handsome.
Hey, bud.
Yep. Hey, listen to me. Remember what I tell you about that gut instinct. It may steer you wrong one time, and 99 other times,
this game is proving everything we've trained for. It is everything we've trained for. The ups and downs are happening right now in live time.
Yep.
Absolutely. That we still go with the gut. DC, it went deep a couple of those ones on that round, but this is for both of us. We know the game. I don't think it'll go as deep.
5 seconds.
What are you thinking?
I say Donatello.
Let's go with it. That was my gut as well. Donatello.
Cowabunga, dude.
Thank you, Shannon. Bring back Mara.
No, wait. Donatello might be.
All right. So I would ask both the competitors here. Please have the private chat ready we're going to count down from 3 to 1 to put in your points.
Okay.
In 3, 2, 1. All right.
Okay.
Points are there. And now we will be asking a question here, Mark, from the realm of DC. Here it is. All right. In Justice League, what alcohol does Aquaman ask for after he brings the fisherman back to the bar?
I like these specific beverage questions. Great.
Yeah. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, hands up. We start with Mara. How many points?
1.
And you said?
Whiskey.
Mike, how many points?
I went 3.
And you said?
Whiskey.
So Mike Kalinowski now reverses it and takes the lead by 1. It is now 18-17. Knopic down by 1. Kalinowski up by 1. Back and forth we go as we get to round number 4. It is the speed round. Mark, what are the rules of the speed round?
As Benjamin Franklin's descendants prefer to call it, the lightning round, because it goes quick in a flash, or in our case, 60 seconds are on the clock for each competitor. While you are in the speed round, your opponent will be in a completely different stream, unable to hear or see the questioning. Those questions number 10 in total. Each one is worth a point. If you get the question correct, you earn a point. However, if you miss the question, you do lose a point. If I ask a question, you're not sure of the answer, you can simply say pass, and we will move on to the next question. If there's time left in your 60-second window after the 10 questions have initially been asked, I will return to any question that you said pass to. However, you are never required to field an answer to a question which you are uncertain. So, Christian, we have decisions to make once again, but this time it's Mike the Killer Kalinowski's call. Mike, speed round is about to happen. Would you like to go first, or would you like to relax in the green room while Mark Knopic takes center stage?
I'm seeing my manager telling me to go first in the chat, so we're going first.
All right, so the challenger will be going first. Mara Knopic will be in the other room. Kaiser will be able to stand by with hands up, please. So as soon as we get word that Mara has dropped into the other room, we will have the call. So, all right.
Good idea. Probably hydrate myself.
Yeah, let's so actually too, we're gonna have before Mara leaves, we're gonna bring Shannon in. Excuse me, Shannon, you're gonna have 60 seconds to talk to Mike before we start.
There we go. I want you to go first because you just lit that spark, and I want you to turn it into a friggin' inferno. I want you to light this place on fire. We have our strategy.
I come back in third, fourth rounds. That's what I do. This is what I do.
This is your job. Do it like it's your job. We have our strategy. You know what to do. You know exactly what not to do. Mm-hmm. Okay? So you pace yourself and you get through these, and then you sit back and relax. No matter what happens, this is your round. Take care of it.
Yeah, that was a great call on the Donatello, and yep.
All right. So we are going to bring in Mara and Kaiser real quick, because so we don't have to worry about when she comes back, just in case anybody asks questions. Okay. So before we start this round here, Kaiser,
do your camera trick again, and then we'll put 60 seconds on the clock.
I mean, dude,
weird. I can see him
Black Kaiser.
I switched to my
you have a career in radio.
Who can't see me? Mara, can you see me?
No. It's okay. It's fine.
If it's okay with the competitor, then we'll go ahead and just have Kaiser's 60-second window start now.
Mara, there's another guy out there watching who knows a thing or two about courage, and that's Kevin Smets, and he's in your corner today. Robert Parker's in your corner today. He gave up everything he's got to get you ready for this match. Dan Murrell's trying to put another belt on his shoulder. He gave you everything he's got to get you ready for this match. You have backup. You have people in your corner. They have a 3-ring circus in their corner. They got Mark Hoyak and Chance the Crapper and Coyote Ugly Collins. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. You're only down 1 point. You're amongst the greatest people to ever play this game. You're going to make up that point. 0-0. Let's go, baby.
All righty.
All right, we're going to remove the dungeon here. Mara will jump into the other room. We're going to bring Mike back.
Okay.
All right.
I'm sorry, guys.
So,
sorry, Mike. While we wait for confirmation of Knopic to enter the stream, I can go ahead and walk you through the rules just as a refresher one more time.
Thank you.
That there is a 60-second time limit on answering the questions. You're going to see that 60-second timer appear in the corner on your screen. Now, that 60 seconds is not going to start counting down until I have finished asking question number 1, and from there, your speed round progresses. Keep in mind that I'm going to ask the questions, all 10, but I'm not going to tell you whether you got one correct or incorrect. I'm simply going to move on regardless. We won't say what's correct or incorrect until both competitors have completed their speed rounds. And remember, you can also say pass, and you can continue to say pass to any question that you're just not quite certain of. All that makes sense to you, okay?
It does, yes.
All right, and just to make sure that our connection is good, given recent events with managers and their competitors, I'm just going to ask you a practice question just for funsies. Mike, the world wants to know, is it a Tootsie Pop, a Blow Pop, or other?
Tootsie Pop, baby. Tootsie Pop.
All right. I will not ask you how many licks it takes to get to the center. That is up to the individual. So, Mike?
Yes.
Your speed round is about to begin if you're ready.
Okay, let's do it.
Mike, the Killer Kalinowski's speed round begins now. Who plays Lenore Case in The Green Hornet?
Cameron Diaz.
Who directed The Chronicles of Narnia, The Voyage of the Dawn Treader?
Just go past.
Michael Apted.
What year saw the release of Jurassic Park 3?
2001.
Who plays Coach Boomer in Sky High?
Bruce Campbell.
What Star Wars film was released in 2008?
Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
Who voices Evelyn Deaver in Incredibles 2?
Kathleen Keener.
What is the subtitle of the third Pirates of the Caribbean film?
At World's End.
World's End.
John Rhys Davies plays what character in The Fellowship of the Ring?
Gandalf.
Gimli.
No, Gimli.
What Star Trek film was released in 1991?
The Undiscovered Country.
What year saw the release of Kingsman: The Secret Service and Ant-Man?
2015.
Mike Kalinowski's speed round is complete.
All right. So now we will bring in Mara Knopic. Mike Kalinowski will be placed into the other room.
I got one of those wrong.
Nice to get that Kaiser banter over with too, huh? Now it's like just we get to compete.
It's kind of the new thing we're going to be doing here.
Okay.
Get it over with.
Cosign. No suggestion box necessary.
All right. So now Mara Knopic has returned, and we will get Mara's speed round on the table. And Mark?
All right, Mara. So before we begin your speed round, I'm going to walk you through a couple of the rules as I did your opponent. So first things first, remember there's 60 seconds total, but that 60-second timer, you're going to see it in the corner of your screen, does not start counting down until I've completed asking question number 1. And from there, I'm not going to tell you whether you got a question correct or incorrect. I'm simply going to progress regardless. We're not going to give away which answers were correct or incorrect until both competitors have completed the speed round. And remember, you can also say pass to any question. You never have to answer a question that you're just not quite certain of. Does all that make sense to you? Okay.
Yes.
All right. And I will now ask you a practice question just to make sure our connection is okay. Mara, if you had to ask one friend to help you move, who would you pick?
Oh, well, that's Mark Baby Carrots Ellis.
Hey. We're looking for Ben Goddard, but I guess I can accept that as a
I'm
correct
giving
answer.
myself a point for that.
All right, Mara. Your speed round is about to begin if you are ready.
Yes.
Mara Knopic, your speed round begins now. Who plays Lenore Case in The Green Hornet?
Cameron Diaz.
Who directed The Chronicles of Narnia, The Voyage of the Dawn Treader?
Michael Apted.
What year saw the release of Jurassic Park 3?
2001.
Who plays Coach Boomer in Sky High?
Bruce Campbell.
What Star Wars film was released in 2008?
Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
Who voices Evelyn Deaver in Incredibles 2?
Kathleen Keener.
What is the subtitle of the third Pirates of the Caribbean film?
At World's End.
John Rhys Davies plays what character in The Fellowship of the Ring?
Gimli.
What Star Trek film was released in 1991?
Star Trek 6: The Undiscovered Country.
What year saw the release of Kingsman: The Secret Service and Ant-Man?
2015.
Mara Knopic's speed round is complete.
All right. So we're going to bring back both Mara and Mike. And we're going to go over the score. At the moment, both players had a perfect 10 points. Score at the moment is Mike 28, Mara 27. So Mike Kalinowski keeps the 1 point lead. The 1 point lead. And now we get to the fifth and final round, the championship round.
Whew, boy. All right, the championship round is upon us. Folks, congrats to both our competitors for sterling speed rounds. And now we get to the round that will, in fact, determine the match. Round number 5 works like a normal round 3, except it's a lot more pressure. Each competitor is going to give us a series of numbers. These numbers correspond to a unique category of inner geekdom know-how. Your numbers, 3 in total from each of you, may range between 1 and 16. You may not pick the same numbers as your opponent. Your first question is going to be worth 2 points. Your next one worth 3 points. Your final question is worth 5, possibly belt holding or retaining points. There is no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing in round 5. Christian, it has been a back and forth seesaw battle worthy of a headlining event for pay-per-view for the entire year, for that matter. And it now finds Mike Kalinowski with a 1 point lead. So, Mike, you have the option of giving us your 3 lucky numbers first. From 1 to 16, what feels destined?
All right. My first one would be 2, 14, and 5 comes up.
2, 14, and 5 for Mike and for Mara.
1, 8, and 16.
1, 8, and 16 for the champion. All right. So now with that, we are going to remove Mara Knopic and bring in Shannon.
Hey, stud.
Yeah.
1 point. It doesn't make or break this game, but it's nice to have. It's nice to have, okay?
Yeah.
Because you put in the work to get that, okay?
That's speed
So-
round. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
And round 5 is your round 2.
Yeah.
You're
This is where I pull
incredible.
it.
You're
This is where I
incredible.
go.
This is where the magic happens. So you need to trust yourself. You have all 3 of your repeats. You have a challenge. You're going to know a challenge better than me, okay? So if something sounds crazy to you, don't waste time. Let's take care of business, okay? Trust your gut. Listen to these questions. 1 point. I don't think we're having overtime here, okay? So 3 questions is going to make a new champion, which is going to be you, because this is your round and you know exactly what you need to do. I have all the faith in you. I love you so much. Take a breath and let's do this. Let's finish this out. The numbers don't matter. There's no strategy to numbers. So whatever you picked, that's what we got. All you got to do is answer the questions that go along with it, and you can do it.
4. All right. Thank you to Corruption. And now we bring in the dungeon.
Will Kaiser show up?
All right.
Oh, there's the Kaiser.
Kaiser, you got 60 seconds for your competitor to not see you.
We can see.
I can see him this time.
Wonderful. Mara, 30 minutes from now, you will be the gold standard in the Inner Geekdom division. You'll be the first female singles competitor to defend a title. I want you to show them what you are made of. You are making magic out there today. It's 0-0. This is a whole new game.
The third
I know you
round
can find the answers.
in the best
Use the
way
time
possible.
you've got. You got 2 JTEs. Show them what you got, champ.
All righty.
All right. Thank you to Kaiser. All right, so we're going to bring both of the competitors back. Bring both competitors back. And we are going to start here. Mara Knopic chose the category 1. Chose category 1, and she chose the category of heroes. Heroes.
Is the category of heroes. Mara certainly being one of them. Mara, for 2 points and to take the lead over Kalinowski. What was the first Marvel Comics superhero that Chris Evans portrayed?
Johnny Storm.
The Human Torch, yeah.
Is correct for 2 points. Knopic goes back on top. It's 29-28, and now
Because
Mike
he wasn't a
Kalinowski
hero in
faces
Scott
his
Pilgrim.
2-pointer.
We go back to Mike
And the
Kalinowski,
losers
who
is
now
from
has
DC.
chosen category 2, and he is going to be answering questions Alien and Predator.
Alien and Predator it is.
And technically speaking,
All right, Mike, for 2 points.
Hero.
And to retake the lead. Who directed 2018's The Predator?
Shane Black.
That he did, and Kalinowski goes back on top. go back to Mara for the three-pointer.
I keep forgetting
Mara
his name
is
because
going
I
to
keep
get
mixing
her
up the,
3-point question, and Mara now
a funny name.
she's
for
back
him. I call
to
him Black
Marvel
Shane.
for her 3-point question.
All right, Mara, this could give you a 2-point lead with a correct answer. Here it is. Who provides the voice of Mary Jane in the film Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse?
That's a good question.
Zoe Kravitz.
Once again, Christian, we have a new competitor at the top of the leaderboard. That is correct. We go to Kalinowski.
All right, so now we go to Mike Kalinowski, and Mike chose category 14, dystopian future and time travel.
Okay, Mike, this could put you back on top with the correct answer. Here's the question. In what year was Mad Max released in the United States?
Thank you for clarifying that. In the United States, it was 1980.
That's correct for 3 points.
All right, so that's where we are once again, back and forth, ping pong battle. It continues. So Mara Knopic now is in the position that she has to hit her 5-pointer. If she hits it, it bounces back to Kalinowski, and Kalinowski will have to hit his 5 to win. However, if she misses the 5-pointer, then Mike Kalinowski is the new Movie Trivia Schmoedown Inner Geekdom champion. All right, so Mara, she chose category 16.
Because she didn't bet as
That's
high
going to
as
give
she
her
did in
comic
DC,
book
in the
movies.
betting-
Comic book
betting
movies.
round.
Comic book films it is, Mara, and for your 5-pointer that could give you the lead and continue the match. Who plays Odin in the film Son of the Mask?
Oh, dang. Oh. That's... Oh. I saw that movie a couple times, but it was years ago.
5, 4, 3.
And she missed
Two.
the question.
Second one.
Her match with
Okay, you have one JT remaining. Your question in the world of comic book movies. Who plays Odin in Son of the Mask?
Five, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
Last one.
All right. And it is comic book movies. The category, the question, who plays Odin in Son of the Mask?
I honestly just don't know, so congratulations, Mike. I don't know.
And your winner and new Movie Trivia Schmoedown Inner Geekdom champion of the world once again, Mike the Killer Kalinowski. The answer, Mark, was Bob Hoskins. Bob Hoskins was the answer, and Kalinowski defeats Mara Knopic and takes the championship to become the first person to ever win the title for a third time. Congratulations to Mike and Shannon. And Shannon, if you want, you can go ahead and just join Mike there, and we'll just put you guys with...
You can come over here, he said.
There you go. And now, Mike, congratulations. We're going to put you in with Jen in just a moment. So Mike Kalinowski does it, and man, did he have to fight in order to do it. It went back and forth. The first round, it was Mara's up. Second, they're tied in the first. Then Mara's up. Then Mike's up. And then it was these two, every time they play, it's just a classic. Every time that these two play.
Every time, and it was even closer than Pinheads versus Pineheads tonight here, Christian, because back and forth it went. And you think about Mike considering to challenge that point and saying, now I don't want it to go down like that. But then you also look at the class of Mara Knopic, who just opted to say, congratulations, Mike. Now, sure, a lot of fans might say you should just field a guess, but Mara and Mike both respect the knowledge that is in their noggins and each other's. If it's not in there, they don't want to win like that. They want to win with what they know, and Mike Kalinowski just that much better here today. And we haven't even gotten to those 2 perfect speed rounds with very tough questions.
This was very tough overall, but Mike Kalinowski is the Inner Geekdom champion once again. He is 11-6, and he has 3 Inner Geekdom championships. He is once again the king of the division, and he now is going to be facing. He could be facing Chance again. He could be facing Parker. He could be facing Chandru. Parker and Chance, they're going to square off, and the winner will play Chandru. And then and obviously Mike now will be defending the belt at Collision. So this is a big moment for Corruption. They needed the points, big 7 points them. But now we are going to be throwing it over to Jen Sturger, who is with the new Movie Trivia Schmoedown Inner Geekdom champion of the world, Mike the Killer Kalinowski. Jen?
Yeah, hold on. Fix my audio here, Jen. Sorry, I had my headset in. Here we go. Hold on.
It's okay. You're getting up there. Not good with the technologies.
There we go.
The old fart. Anyways, congratulations, you two. Super emotional ending for both of you. I can tell. Shannon, don't ruin your mascara. You're way too pretty for that.
It's my party, and I'll cry if I want to.
But honestly, the
pretty
two of
without the
you,
mascara.
what
Come
does
on.
this victory mean to you, Mike, and your legacy here at the Schmoedown? Because let's face it, I feel like you're one of those competitors that no matter what you do, you still really don't get the credit that is due when it comes to like fan groups and things like that. And it's just like, what do you feel like this does for your legacy?
Well, it won't do anything in the eyes of certain fans. It won't do a single damn thing.
At least you're realistic.
They'll be like, well, he spun DC. He spun DC and didn't do well in it.
Yeah.
But,
I have to ask you though about that.
You see again in the batting ground.
It was exactly how Shannon called it and exactly how you knew it was going to be, where even though it was stuff you were able to navigate through, the questions just keep getting tougher. They were not going to give you any softballs.
You got to study past matches. And I saw Damon's match where he spun Star Wars and the level of question they asked for him, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. So I knew at DC it's going to go tough, but I would have kicked myself if I would have gotten something that he did wasn't as strong. There was a couple other slices I really wanted on that wheel, more so than DC. Wasn't going to happen. And hey, you know, Mara knows DC. Look at her. You know, I knew I could see it on her. You know, when I was wanting to go multiple choice, and I knew she's going to steal it. So yeah, it was the right call. And then with the 3 betting round, I've been there before where I betted conservative, and I was like, nope, we got to go for it. Yeah, God bless Jason Momoa for that whiskey line.
I got to say though, I got a little bit of beef with you, Mike, because I don't know if you remember this. I don't know if you remember this, but it was more than 3 years ago. When we were standing in a friend of ours' kitchen and I was quizzing you on Inner Geekdom and Back to the Future, specifically questions, and I asked you the name of the band, Mike.
Let me go over this real quick. So we were in study sessions all week, and a speed round question came up. What was the band? I passed on it because I didn't know it. Pinheads. I knew Pinheads. My team, my faction's going to kill me. What the hell's the Pineheads? There is no thing as the. I know it's the Pinheads, but, and I said this from the beginning, I'm not going to win on a crap challenge. That's my manager's job to do challenges. Mara is I have too much respect for her. Now, I'll tell you this. If I was playing Chandru, if I was playing Barbarian, you damn right I would have challenged. And I would have won the challenge because Roddy McDowell and Tartuga, all that crap that came through, you are damn right I would have challenged that and I would have won the challenge. But it's a player of competitor that I was playing with, Mara Knopic. I wasn't going to win against her. I wasn't going to win against Rachel back with the whole Gotham Observatory back way in the day to challenge that. And I wasn't going to win against Mara on a challenge like that. I spelled it wrong. I got it wrong. It was a stupid mistake. But anyone else, you damn right I would challenge. You damn right. Oh, absolutely. Chandru with his stupid-ass challenges he comes at. You are absolutely right. I'll challenge. And so, yeah, I play my game who I'm playing on the other side of this screen. And that's how I play. Mara has my respect, so...
That's a testament to the respect that you and Mara have for one another. You know, I feel like your respect completely transcends the time that you guys share on screen and in matches together. And you guys have honestly built one of those rivalries that's just built on mutual respect and admiration for the way each other plays the game.
Anyone that knows Mara and I knows the history. Knows the history of behind the scenes, the friendships, the matches, what they went, and not talking for years. And to finally have her come back, destroy it, become like she's like Dan in the league.
Damn it.
Beloved. You know.
It is thunder
So
crack.
the fact that I got to play her and take the ball. We talked before this match. We spent the day yesterday talking, and we've both cemented our legacies. This was not about legacy after this. This was us both wanting to, do our best, have fun. It sucks because I think once the match started, we were both in zones, and I got a little in my head about seeing Mara, and I felt like I was looking at the Mara from a couple of years ago when I was like, oh no, I don't know where this is going to go with both of us. But she's a phenomenal, but like she's the only one. There are only a handful of people, not even a handful of people that I like losing to or will want to lose to because they respect the game. And Mara, Rachel, Smets, my partner Chance, those are the only people I want to lose to because they respect the game and they respect me. And Mara and I now have a rivalry. We have a little friendly rivalry going on because, and I say this out of love, I like to think of myself as Indiana Jones. I played Indiana Jones for 10 years at Disney World, but Mara loves Indiana Jones, and Brian Ward, he went and made her Indiana Jones. So I guess in the grand scheme of things, that would make me Belloc. We're rivals. We're rival treasure hunters. And I have to quote the great Belloc, "You see, there is nothing you can possess which I cannot take away." I'm going to jinx myself because Indy does get the arc at the end, but that's the great thing about rivalries. They keep
Spoilers,
going back
Mike.
and forth. Oh, you never know. Because I'm sure Mara will be right back at it. We talked a little bit about some other plans that she wants to do. So she's not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. My dance partner was gone. My dance partner is gone. I lost my dance partner. And I'm like the guy out on the dance floor. I'm like, anyone can dance with me?
Well,
and
I may be
Mara.
able to solve that problem for you, Mike, because obviously, Chance faces Parker, the winner faces Chandru, and then the winner of that faces you at Collision. So do you have a preference if it's not your faction mate? If it's not your faction
not my faction mate. Yeah. I'm going to go Parker because I know he's on this little, I want to play perfect. And I can tell you one thing about when players do stuff like that, I want to be in the match where he loses one question and it's going to blow his mind. His game will be shot to hell when he goes and loses one question. It might be in his next match or however many matches he's got to do to get to me because he set himself up for that bar. I used to do stuff like that years ago. And if his manager was smart, he'd stop him from doing that because he's like, I want to go perfect. I want to go perfect. Okay. When that happens, your brain will be shot. You'll be done. You'll be doing magic tricks in a box, pulling rabbits out of a hat. You won't know what the hell's going on. You'll be looking at the bottom of the top hat like, what happened? I lost the So, yeah, Parker. Chandru's done. Chandru, I'm sorry, man. You're like a fart in the wind. Came in and stunk the place up, and then it's gone. You got a fart in the wind, that guy.
Well, anyway.
Exactly what Shannon, has anyone heard from him lately? No. Flash in the pan.
I sure haven't. Anyway, Shannon, big 7 points, big 9 points for the night, Are Marisol and Mike, are they going to be your new 1-2 combination for pay-per-views now? What is this?
Listen, man,
Well,
I told
the
you guys in the
opportunity presents
beginning,
itself.
the queen knows how to throw a damn good corruption party, and she pulled it off again. This was incredible. This was exactly how I wanted the night to go. I'm really not sad that Grace is probably crying in a pool of some sort of witch's brew, but I don't really care. This is our night. And I couldn't be more proud. I've cried more than I probably ever cried in my life the past however many hours this has just gone on. And I'm so proud of my team. I've got an A team. I've got the best players in this league. And I got the best friends in this league who support each other and are at each other's backs every single step of the way. We couldn't do it without each other.
They're going to kill me on that pinhead.
They are going to kill you.
They're going to kill me.
If Shannon doesn't
You
kill
clearly
you
aren't
first.
watching the comment section. Anyway,
But sorry, one more thing.
Of course.
Fans. You special little fans out there. You know I watch and read every single thing you say and do because, quite frankly, you're so dumb it entertains me.
I'm a corruption fan.
You guys had a 60-30 split in Mara's favor.
I didn't even want to look at it. They said that. Of course they did.
Match after he played Alex Damon in a perfect freaking match. How dumb are you guys?
Don't be mad
Every
at me.
single time I want to give you
I'm a
credit for
corruption fan.
anything, you do dumb shit like that, and it ruined 60-30. Are you out of your minds? I don't want to see that ever again.
Vote on that
You show
poll,
this
by
man
the
some
way. Just
respect.
wanted to point that
No,
out.
we'll always be the underdog and we'll always win. Leave it at
Well,
that.
I'll take that too then.
Congratulations though on a fantastic night for Corruption, and congratulations, Mike. I really am truly excited for you.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
Okay, I'm gonna.
So Mike Kalinowski, once again, the Intergeekdom champion, and Corruption back on top, and Corruption starting to move. That's a big 9 points here tonight. Marisol McKee gets herself to a #1 contender match. Mike Kalinowski is now the Intergeekdom champion. So maybe a little bit. I mean, Dungeon. We know that the at the moment here the standings, but we know that the Dungeon still has their lead, but Corruption's starting to make a little bit of a move. They're starting to play. This is 9 points here tonight. That will help, and that helps a lot. So, nonetheless, it's exactly what we thought it was going to be. It was an incredible event all the way through. Mara Knopic showing exactly why she has been a 2-time champion. The match was a slugfest, and honestly, who knows? She bets 2 more points in the betting round. Mike's forced to hit his 5. Who knows what happens? So this is a crazy match. They do it again every time they play. We get this, but now we're going to throw to Jen Sturgeon, who's standing by with Kaiser and Mara Knopic.
Mara, I hope you brought enough for the whole class. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Kaiser there.
No. This is all for me.
Oh, there's
fantastic.
Never tasted so good.
Fantastic match today, Mara, honestly. And I think the most touching part of it all is honestly just the way that you and Mike play against one another. I think it's just a testament to the level of competitor that the two of you are. And every time you guys get together, it is one for the ages.
You know what?
So
I'm gonna
please,
say it
You know
right
that
here
like
now.
weird
I know it's still early to
Intergeekdom
say
movie,
this.
The Old Guard?
I
That's
think
us. Like, we
this
are the
season of the
OG people that are
Schmoedown
still
is
left
the
in this
best
league. There's all those
season we've had
little kids that are like,
ever.
I've never seen Predator and stuff.
Better
So
than
that's
season
why I think
7,
we're so
better
alike
than
as
season
competitors, is
6,
because we were there. Like,
better
I wasn't
than
there at the
anything
beginning, but, you know, I
better than
got
Anarchy.
in
Better
slightly
than all
after
of
that.
you got in, you created a legacy
Best
for
season of
yourself,
the
and that
Schmoedown
legacy
so
is
far.
continuing till this day. So I completely agree with that analogy. Kaiser, you got to be feeling pretty. Oh, by the way, Kaiser, I always hold up my end of the deal. I hope this makes you feel better about this interview.
Always does. I play this game. I play this game to get wins and see Kevin, and so we get to see Kevin today, and that's always a bonus.
Oh my God, there's stuff inside it.
Just the pure childlike joy is just amazing. Anyway,
Mara, look, you played phenomenal. Jen, this loss is not on Mara. This loss is on me. I did not manage my best game, and I'm taking this
Wasn't
one,
really
taking
your fault,
responsibility for this one.
how so,
it just-
Kaiser? What would you have done differently?
I mean, I just, here's the thing, when my camera's going in and out, I'm thinking about the wrong things. And I just I just think there was some things I could have done differently. I prefer, I'll talk about that with my team, but this is not so much on Mara as it's on me. And I'll take my lumps. I take my wins. I take my losses. I've said it since day one. We win together. We lose together. We're still in the hunt for a faction title. And baby, we will be hunting. And Mara's going to do everything she can to get her teammates ready, just like they've been getting her ready. Second of all,
this is
pine and
actually a huge
pine and
opportunity.
pins are two different things. Pine, like a pine tree, like where some of the players in this league sleep under, is different than a pin, which is like you sew with a pin, like you sew Mike's mouth up shut. So
To be fair, he didn't challenge that though, so it goes to show you.
But you want to bring it up like you would have got
you.
it, should have got it, and I respect the hell out of that. Everyone knows that I do respect Mike Kalinowski as a player. He's one of the greatest that ever walked in this game. This game is nothing without Mike Kalinowski. So to see him with
here without Mike Kalinowski.
Yeah.
look, if you're going to see anybody in this league with a belt on, he's one of the guys. We don't want to lose to anybody, but it's his day. He played great, and I'll never take that away from him. I will say this, Jen. He was asking about my underwear, and I do want to give him a gift.
No.
I signed a pair of underwear for Mike. It's my boxers. Is that okay?
No. I
Why?
hope they're washed. Anyways.
Oh, they're washed. I
Let's
wouldn't
go.
send them. I wouldn't send them
This is a huge
unwashed
opportunity
boxers.
for me.
So, Mara,
This is
let's
huge.
talk a
Just
little
when
bit
you
about
think
the
you
match,
get
though.
this
I have to come back to the
interview
betting
can't get
round
any
because
weirder.
part of me looks at that and makes me go, man, if she would have just said 2 points or 3 points, like, we might be in a totally different position right now. It's like, why did you guys choose to go so conservatively on that?
Tied going into his 5-pointer.
I mean,
and if he missed
look at Dan Murrell. He's, I think, the only competitor ever that bet 0 points in a betting round. And that ended up winning him that game. That was instrumental. So I would say that it's very likely that in my Schmoedown career, I will find that all of my losses can be partially attributed to conservatism. I'm just not a step out on the edge of a limb person by nature, especially because I don't climb trees. But the most important thing I'm taking away from this is, number one, congratulations to the first 3-time champion. I mean, I've been saying he's a GOAT of IG since I started the game, even though I wouldn't say it on camera. But I'm so incredibly happy for him. I'm so proud of him. And he has given me a gift. Also, this cupcake was a gift, but that wasn't from him. But if you want to give me a cupcake, I'm cool with that. I now have the opportunity to do the same thing.
Oh.
If you think I'm not going to be back in a belt match by the end of the year, you're out of your mind. So we now have the opportunity to do the exact same thing. I don't mind. It was my good fortune that I won the belt before he did. However, I followed in his footsteps to be the second only 2-time champ. I can follow in his footsteps again, and I can be so proud of that. That doesn't diminish my legacy at all. So
not at all. He did say, though, for a second that, you guys have talked and he knows some things that you're working on. So what's that about?
Nothing.
We sticking? No, nothing.
Nothing. I don't know. I don't want to. I can neither confirm nor deny any details without the secretary's permission.
Right. Okay. That was very vague. But anyway, that was very vague. But anyways, Mara, always a pleasure. And like you said, Mike may be the first 3-time champ, but he certainly won't be the last.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
Love you, Jen. You're hot.
Just like that movie, Judgment Night. We'll be back.
Jesus Christ, Kaiser. Watch a movie for once. For the love of God. Back to the desk.
Oh, well, dogs all over the place. And, man, let me tell you, that was... I loved seeing Mara like that. I love seeing her where she's just like, okay, as for now, I'm going to eat this cupcake, and then I'm not going anywhere. I'm coming right back. And the Brown Dwarf Star, she's not going anywhere. The question, though, on the table, you're going to have Mara Knopic, who, she's 6-2. So if she wanted to, she probably could. There's this wave of Parker versus Chance, and then the winner plays Chandru, the winner plays Mike. Then you got these contenders, whether it's Saul and Alba and Moses and Moose Haas and Whitnaven and all these people that are coming up.
Yeah, that's right. The Moose hasn't played
Maybe.
yet.
That if they build their way back up, that Mara gets herself back into another #1 contender match if she wanted to do it. Maybe she goes into the tournament.
Hasn't played yet.
There's so many options for her. The question is, where does the Brown Dwarf Star go? That's what we need to find out.
We need to find out where she goes, but how she's going to get there, I think we already have her answer. She is motivated. She wants to get back to the mountaintop, and she feels like she has the game to do it, and why not? We saw what she's capable of in this match here today. Could have gone either way, went down to the wire. Fantastic back and forth, and it's not often that I actually get to correct Mike Kalinowski in the world of Inner Geekdom, but, I mean, does Indiana really get the arc at the end of the movie, or does he just kind of facilitate its transfer to be examined by top men? So I don't know if we can give him the point on that one. I generally defer to Brian Ward on who Indiana Jones is, but I know who our champion of the Inner Geekdom world is, and that is Mike the Killer Kalinowski. But Mara Knopic, the Brown Dwarf Star, hell of a fight, and my God, that cupcake looked delicious.
It really did, but you know what Mike was right about is this dance ain't over. Not by a long shot. I think that maybe it was the third match, but I don't think it's the last match that we're going to see between Knopic and Kalinowski. Every time they play, it is a classic. The first one goes down to the 5.
People thought
and look at how they mirror each other. The first one goes down to the 5 that Mike misses the 5-pointer. The second one goes to sudden death where Mike wins it. And the third one goes to a 5-pointer where Mara misses it. So is there a sudden death next time that Mara wins? I mean, who knows? It's a crazy dance that these two are continuing doing. And Mara seemed pretty lit up to try to win that third title. So they are two of the best. And now Corruption back on top in the IG world. And we have so much coming up here. This is a great week as we're going to find out what is going on with The Odd Couple. Grace Hancock will announce that if you're a patron, you'll see it on the Monday match between Ace Cabrera and Sean Sullivan. When that happens, you're going to see what the decision is, and it also dropped for the public on Wednesday. But here are some of the other matches that we have going on at the moment. We have Ace, we have Sullivan. Then coming up after that, the next day, you're going to have Whitnaben, as I mentioned, and Moose Haas in an IG battle between two new IG stars. And on the 28th, Paul Walter Hauser makes his Schmoedown debut against Josh Horowitz from the Quirky Mercs MTV fame. That is going to be a great battle. And then obviously on the next Friday, Corruption going up against the tournament winner. We will not say at the moment who it is. You can go and watch that match today. It's up tomorrow. We'll release it, but the tournament winner and Shazam will go for the titles, I think, against the Odd Couple. I think. I don't know. Gonna have to find out what's going on. Gonna have to figure it out. We don't know.
Come on.
But Mark, what an event it was! It lived up to the hype. Marisol McKee narrowly defeating Janine the Machine in a classic from this season. And then Mike the Killer Kalinowski becomes the first ever 3-time Movie Trivia Schmoedown Inner Geekdom champion, narrowly defeating the Brown Dwarf star, the amazing Mara Knopic.
Yes, Mr. Seinfeld might say, Christian, what's the deal with Schmoedown canon? Well, we know what the deal with tonight was. We saw 4 greats showing their best stuff in the world of movie trivia. A match for the ages between McKee and the Machine. McKee gets the win in a nail-biter. And then in our headlining event, Mara Knopic, Mike Kalinowski. Kalinowski takes back the Inner Geekdom belt for a record 3 times. Whole lot of excitement here, but when you talk about 4 greats, we should also once again bid adieu for now to another great, Mark Andreyko.
Yeah, thank you to Mark Andreyko, who so much time and effort, so many great memories from his first match, playing William the Beast Bibiani in a classic, knowing right away this is a superstar, from clearing the table at the first free-for-all. So many moments that he's done, winning 2 championships, his time with the Fife Club, his matches with Bibiani, so many, the rivalries with Team Action and being part of the Lions, then joining the Fife Club. So many great moments in the history and the career of in the Schmoedown for the android Mark Andreyko. We love him. We will miss him, and we hope that the return will come sooner than later. Thank you to Mark Andreyko, and thank you to you guys for being here today. Being a patron is the best, I would say, bang for your buck, if you will. Patreon.com/Schmoedown. If you are part of the $10 tier, you get all of our pay-per-views that we do. We're coming back. We're doing live events soon, and we're going to be streaming those. You guys will get those also if you're part of it. Or you can just go to the schmoedownlive.com, get your tickets. I'm sure some of you did that tonight. You can buy the matches that you want to see, and we'll have a lot more. There's so many great matches coming up. Very excited. Thank you to Jen Sturger. Thank you to everybody, to our crew here at Skybound, to our writing team, to the Great Nerd Chronic, to everybody who helped put this show together. We thank you. Please comment, rate, review, do all that stuff, and we'll see you next time, Mark.
We appreciate everyone out there for your patronage, your support, your fandom, and most of all, your love, because trust us, it is reciprocated. Christian said live events on their way up, which means I guess I'm going to have to leave my apartment for the first time in 400 days. But it's all because we love bringing this program to you, the masses. So keep telling your grandmas and your grandkids about it, and we'll keep giving you the quality entertainment that is the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. That's Christian. I'm Mark. You saw Molly. For all of our competitors, managers, team behind the scenes, writing staff, and everyone else making this engine go, thank you and good night.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Okay, listen. I understand there's been 2 opportunities, like up and then they went down. But so you've been seeing, there's no way that Marisol is going to beat Kevin Smith. It's not going to happen because, listen, Kevin Smith makes movies, right? There's Mallrats, there's Clerks, there's
Jay, stop talking.
No, listen, it's just...
Jay!
What? No, you just don't understand my point.
You stop talking. Jay, stop this! I'm starting to look at your track record, and I'm starting to really question whose side you are even on. Colin's lost. They were basically out of it, and now you're pretty much handing them. Don't you dare speak to me right now. Don't you ever speak over me. You are practically handing them a #1 spot at Collision. Do you think that I want to deal with Shannon's face at the Collision, Jay? I'm going to go ahead and say no. And I'm telling you, I want you to think long and hard about think long and hard about how much you like this job, because you might not have it for very longer, because trust me, you do not want to be on my bad side.
But this is Silent Bob. He gonna talk more than he talked before. He knows. I love this job.
Well, it was an incredible match. Such a great live event, and I loved every second of it, even when the person I was rooting for happened to be on the losing side. But, you know, that's just the stuff that happens, and good for her for having the classness to just go, hey, I don't know this. Congratulations, you won. Yeah, that's the sort of classiness you get from competitors in the Schmoedown on that particular level. And, well, there really isn't that much to say. I mean, I got 14 answers right, which is about the same as I do in a normal match with no 10-question speed round and all that stuff. So, yeah, I've played really bad today. And I mostly attributed to I don't know, what happened to me. Maybe it's the hour. Maybe it's just, I don't know, something. I was off today in both reacting to the singles match with Marisol and Janine, and both here in this match. And I guess everyone has their off days, and this just happened to be mine. So, well, I thank you all for watching if you have. And, well, there won't be any more Schmoedown matches for a while, from my point of view at least, so I guess I got some time to rest for now. So, see you all next time. Goodbye. Hello again, everybody! I really hope you enjoyed this video, because I really enjoyed making it. So, if you like what you've seen here, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more awesome content like this. So, until next time, guys, I'll see you guys next time.